I know Pat Riley has a plan in place, but they don't have money to maybe execute that plan. So they keep Powell. They've got to find guys that can make shots and have floor games so that those two players can play to their strengths. They can dominate the paint, but you know what? Dominating the paint, unless that game goes up and down, they're going to have a really hard time scoring in the half court because that court's going to shrink. And they need a bench and they need skilled players on the perimeter.
DraftKings makes them the third likeliest team to win the East as of right now. Boston's still at the top, followed by the Knicks, followed by the Heat. What do you think of the Heat? The whole thing, Sean? We were talking about these are the odds. You can see them right there. The Heat jumping past.
With all due respect, that's laughable.
Right.
I mean, don't make that
Indiana.
I mean,
what's part of it?
The Heat are absolutely not the third best team. They don't have anything close to a team right now. But okay, it's whatever, June 20th, whatever. I'm not freaking out, but that's laughable.
You're not freaking out? Are you not freaking out?
I mean, that's a laughable.
I thought the Heat had the full panic button on.
I mean, even the Heat would be like, you got to be kidding me. They don't have a team. So
I would agree. They're not the third best team in the Eastern Conference as they're currently constructed. To Seth's point, they don't even have a bench. They just traded away all these parts. I think the look for it, and I'll go back to what Whitney was talking about, is from this deal what the Bucks were able to get. It's not just the pieces that they were able to get back, but it's a full reset. Whenever you lose a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo, it is a full reset for your organization. And so now, with the picks that they have available in this draft, they can take upside more so than guys that are going to impact winning right now. And that means they can gamble a little bit more. I think a player like Nate Ament in particular tonight would be an outstanding pick for the Milwaukee Bucks, because if he hits right, and that's probably 2, maybe 3 years down the road, his upside could be as high as anybody else we're going to talk about inside the top 10 of tonight's NBA draft.
And if you get Jackson Lundberg at 13, who can step in right now and play. Jackson Lundberg is one of the most underappreciated players in the draft. Coach, he's 24 years old. He's an old man. I mean, he's got 6, 7, 8 good years ahead of him. 6'9", 7'4" wingspan. He can defend, he can rebound, he can play make, he can make shots. He is a plug-and-play impact player. I love what they say. This is important for the Bucks, because I wouldn't say they've been crushing it in the draft. Part of the reason they got into the spot is because they had draft misses. So the Bucks now need to have an organizational big night. That's really decent.
But they were also winning at a much higher level than they have,
understand.
And so that also changes where you're drafted.
I like the pieces they got, though. They've got really good, and Sean, you and I were just talking about, they got really good role players and a big-time shot maker. And those are good role players. Yakuchonis had a very good rookie year. Where's the only guy that I'm real saying? And Yaxel, the kid that he's talking about, was from Michigan. You saw them win the national championship. Oh, by the way, their coach left for the Mavericks yesterday. We'll get into that a little bit as we go. So, Shams, help us fill in some of the blanks here. Obviously,
since his return.
Right, you're the Lakers with the highest annual salary that you'll pay off the league. Are you going to give him the max? You're going to try to give him a second discount? He's already done it before. I think from the day when I said around 180 to 100, I can't give him a full 250. At the end of the day, you really don't know if he's a number 2. And that's the thing. Like, a number 2 is a guy that's supposed to take you over the hump and get you, keep running the final. I like Austin Reeves. I like his confidence. I think he's a great player for sure. Because the million people love him, kids love him out here in the Laker uniform. If you want to stay a Laker, I don't think you give him 250. I don't think Austin Reeves and Luke are just a team that's going to win the final. I don't think people are afraid of that. When it comes to the Clippers, they see Austin Reeves and Luke out there. I don't think no team should be afraid of that, really. So, if you want to build a championship team, I don't think you pay Austin Reeves 250. But I never, if he get it, would love for sure. So, I'm all for my corner, come in. So, the elevator corner on there, the elevator, he's the guy that was able to get over the hump. Sometimes people get stuck in that box. But he was able to get over that. He was averaging almost 30 at one point. Earlier in the season, I was looking like an all-NBA level player. I'm not saying he don't. If he go to Brooklyn, yeah, they have Miami team. But when they ain't in LA, 4 years plus 180. Let's give him 5 years, 241. Obviously, can be a shorter version of that contract.
Yeah, from
From the net. And there are lots of things around the outside. You can just walk. Because the Nets have that bread. I don't think they need to do it. They may want to, but
if you want to be an all-star, if you want to be an all-star, go to somewhere else. You ain't going to be an all-star in the shadows or Luka. If they bring him back and talk about it, he'll be an all-star in the basement each week. Shit, why not? He's from Denver. They traded up here. Michael Porter was down there in all-star voting.
and the voting.
That was there.
I don't know if I'm saying his play. If he go over there, if Austin Reeves go over there and do what he did to Lakers,
the voting is not the only thing that matters now.
Little D-Lo made an all-star in Brooklyn.
Everybody that they changed that shit.
D'Angelo Russell was an all-star.
Changed that shit. It ain't just the voting.
I know about that. They popularity and they know from there.
So the voting was 50%. The coach got taken out. The thing basically he was being off on just a way.
When they came out here, they had a chance of
Not a chance, but basically. I don't think I would lose the record during that time period. He got a chance of being an all-star. Whether he's playing with the Lakers, he don't got no chance. If you don't get hurt like that shit,
based on this rating, this new rating fan vote system, you're going to get a ton of fan votes if you're also rated. So you can just like about 10 times more the other player rates and all that other.
If you don't get hurt last year, you were the two on the pace you were at the beginning of the season.
They was going to continue to pace it. Bond came back and the pace was down. They all put the play together and their team was down. He got hurt. When he came back,
He got damn shot down. He got hurt.
I heard that.
Ron came back, he got hurt.
Yeah.
First thing he was hurt.
So you're saying he was an all-star. He could have been an all-star up until the third camp, right? Because he was playing by himself. He was doing his own thing. Now when you're playing with two other guys, your numbers on the other team goes down. If he goes to Brooklyn, he gets to do his thing all day long. He don't have to basketball.
I don't have my own team going on.
What's Roman forming?
You never know what he was on for sure. 18. He was out from the end of December. Basically, to possibly Ryan. So, I feel like that was you want to keep him on. I feel like that was you want to keep him on.
I'm until LeBron right now because he's fucking up my limit. I heard that shit happen. I'm like, you ain't about to come back and you fuck up my limit. I'm averaging 30.
For sure, I'm cold.
It's a little old out here.
His end baseball ranking will be an all-star. He's not an all-star. If he's averaging 30 and they got fucking 7 wins right now, they have 7 wins as a team. No, it's not. They're not going to have more than 7 wins like a team.
They had more than 7 wins this season.
So you look at Reeves and Marks if you want to use that as kind of based on Lakers 115 to 2 that month. Lucas said with the Marks formula. Reeves got 22, 6 assists, and then shoot 46% from the field.
He's been a real big like, he ain't hurt. We was next to him. He's more stuff. He's right.
Yeah, shouldn't make it like in there.
And they make an all-star team.
Jerry Johnson made the all-star team.
He was big. He was bigger. He was big on that. Time to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Why you going to Brooklyn? You get another chance. They got traded there.
My boy, he chose to go to Brooklyn. He got traded there.
Look at the opportunity to hear the
Situation that all three is in is a different situation. All three has a choice to make. Michael Porter said has a choice to make. He got traded.
We're talking about him being able to be an all-star on the
If he goes to Brooklyn, he got said, if they have a winning record and he averages 30, the chances of him being an all-star are great. If he goes down and he's averaging 30 and they have below 500 at the time, the chance of him being an all-star not great. So these are facts.
But those chances are still better than him being an all-star in the Lakers.
If that's what you want to do, shout out to you. But you got 4.80 from the net. You'll be on a bottom team, a team that Pittsburgh can run in a couple of years. Or let's say you get 5 for 200 from the Lakers. We're playing with Luka, ushering in the next generation, next era. Stay with the team, undrafted to stay with the team, spend your whole NBA career where you get to stay in LA. With the option that you take. And you can end up like Jordan Poole. And that's what I'm kind of getting. I got a pretty good thing here. I'm well embraced by the city. I got billboards all over here. But I got to go to New York now. We know who runs that city now, more than ever. Can they get a cheesecake at Junior? Do I want to be the guy? I can be like Brown cheesecake. So I want to be the guy. Who are Brown? There you go. Going there, going, yeah, that's what I'm going to get. Like, if you so we're just they can offer, all they can offer you is the 4 years, 180. That's the most that they can offer. You take the cut. I'm going to go on the table, right? Yeah, I'm going to go on the table. Yeah, I'm going to take the cut. He opts out, right? Yes, he opts out of this last year. He enters free, so he'll be unrestricted free. You take the cut, and you go. So the team that can do the Lakers only can the Jazz, and the Jazz is the other team that can do the I think 15 Hawks are on my 13 mention. Let me see. I'm not going to be short. I'm not going to be shit. Me and Kenny is wide open. Duncan Robinson, oh my God, I can go literally do my thing as a sister. If you just do it, what do you? As a coach, what do you know? Can you coach? Can you coach Luka and AR for another entire season? But the work we displayed of JJ losing his shit during timeouts, the guy get it back, and like, do you put up that again? If you change it, right? While he's playing, with all that shit that's going on while he's playing, but through all that, we still got out the first time. We still because of who, Brent? Because of what's in the business, like they played at that point. The team that we lose the game. You gotta go on? Okay. Yeah. Come on, somebody on the back too. Yeah. As a team, though, they still got it together. And so, the Kevin Durant played one half of one game. You got to play 51 games this season. They missed 31. Luka played 64 games. You're not backward that you can count on. On for what? You know how to championship that. It's not a championship match. That's what because we all know that one is just to entertain the fans and get a fuck on the floor and all. They are definitely Dame and CJ McCullough type. Like, they got that energy with two guards to go out there and be high powered. For sure, 100%. Yeah, the goal is saying we're going to win the chip. But that's the Lakers. That's with the narrative you're pushing the center. Luka's the guy to lead this team into the future, right? That's what we want. That's why we made this blockbuster trade option. You didn't have to give up a ton to get him. But is this not the guy? Hey, that you want to put next to him? That we're new ownership, new management, we're ushering in the next era of Lakers basketball. Good luck.
Whatever it is, it better be championship. Because when they brought Bron in here, what did he do? He won a championship. We brought Luke up in here, you better win a championship. Yeah. So it ain't no shortcut for nobody. You're the superstar, you're the guy now. And so every star that comes in, if you make a star here, you better win a championship. You got to.
There was no other.
Like, everybody.
All right, so real question. Do you think they can win with Luke?
Do I think they can win a
Do you
championship?
think the Los Angeles Lakers can win as Luka being your number one?
I don't want to be that.
I'm asking.
So Luka being the number one option, can they win a championship? Depends on his supporting cast.
Depends on his fucking supporting cast.
It's just
That's a good answer. That's a bailout answer.
No, because I like it because I'm looking at what he had in Dallas and how they got there. So I can't say they cannot win it with him being a number one option. He got there with Dallas being a number one option.
Yep.
So, and he ran into Boston, yes, but
They know who you got.
depends on who's around him.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I trust the Lakers to put people around him,
So
though.
with AR, I'm glad. So with AR being next,
The number two, can they? No.
is that so? Okay,
No.
All right.
No, but wait.
That's wrong.
Can I add to that? Okay, so he's not Kyrie, and I love that because you have to add to the backside. Yeah. If you're gonna say he's not Kyrie, that means we gotta have more than Gasser, we gotta have more than Lott, we gotta have more than PJ Washington to say we're not Kyrie. But we got somebody else that's offsetting the things that we didn't have in Dallas. Yeah, I got Kyrie, but we ain't got much of anything else that's going to help us take it over the top. But if I get something more than the Gasper and the Lively and the PJ Washington, I think he could possibly.
For sure, I think he's good. I think it's somebody else in this spot. I mean, you get somebody like that, if you get you a Kawhi Leonard, you can win with a gap ring, a live and a PJ Washington. Get you a Kawhi Leonard.
But if you were in your question with Kyrie,
Kawhi, Gasper, that kind of a situation. Yeah.
I think I'll take that.
you still have a nice level spot, even with Reeves coming. Let's say Reeves picked up his got full deal. I think you still have a somewhere close to a nice level
Jaylen
spot.
Brown or Luka or like that works.
So we're gonna look at what made it work for Dallas is like what made it work for Luka and Kyrie.
Kyrie's a number one. He's just a 1-8.
He averages 26.
He's a 1-8.
Right.
He's a 1-8. Jaylen Brown is a 1-8.
Standing triumphant.
Like no matter if you grew up, Jaylen Brown is that.
But what was Kyrie missing that Luka?
Technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles that after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX. The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, "He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be"? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down. A dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts. Set up in the corner now.
Clothesline in the corner. Ooh. The discus clothesline.
Decapitating.
Just from a style standpoint, Bret and Shawn are totally opposite. Bret's slow, methodical, with a technical approach, versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We could go back and forth about which style is better, but it all boils down to simply who wants it more.
His Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Oh dear, this doesn't look good.
Alley-oop! Heading to the top rope here.
From the top.
Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
Taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation.
Michaels doing what he can to keep his pace in this matchup. He's got him close. Impressive reversal from Michaels. Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Sean use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either way.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Sean have called each other.
And that was some vicious DDT we just saw.
What's he preparing for?
One step ahead there. He gets back into the ring.
Sean is in the zone and letting the opposition know it.
The ref's count continues. He better hustle back into the ring.
We almost just saw a count out there, but the match continues. And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like the kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Oh, God, that looked devastating. Had Michaels scouted there.
Textbook fireman's carry takeover.
Russian leg sweep. The referee is so close to calling a count out.
Was getting close to a count out there, but managed to get back in the ring. Getting sent to the turnbuckles.
This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Brett was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with Brett.
Well, it certainly felt like we were all learning the rules as it happened that night, but tonight the rules are very clear in this match, so I highly doubt we'll see any kind of screwy finish.
From the top!
HBK from the top with the elbow.
HBK has to be thinking about ending Brett's night after that move. Great wherewithal to dodge there.
And something Brett has to know is all the attributes Sharp possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
Wicked clothesline. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, finds the roll up, able to reach the ropes, and he's able to last here. Counter, saw it coming. The lariat.
Setting them up in the corner.
The ring post, figure four leg lock applied. Brett's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Figure 4. Leg lock.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
Hart wasting no motion on the counter. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
Disheartening position for HBK.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execute, capitalizing with a quick O'Connor roll.
Shoulders are down to retain. Something of a cocky decision, him just stopping the pin like that. Counter, he knew just what to do.
Defenses are sharp with this series of reversals. Oof! Retaliating with a strong elbow.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Shawn nor Bret look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title.
Brutal club.
Hitman is performing with such precision right now.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Hitman never saw that coming. Effective counter. Michaels turns that around.
Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in. HBK showcasing that famous merchandise for the crowd a little bit.
He is looking to do some serious harm. The excellence of execution signaling to the WWE Universe now. Ooh, great anticipation. And Bret gets countered.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Shawn Michaels has run into trouble.
Bret came with a game plan, and he's executing it.
That's the flamboyancy of the Heartbreak Kid for you. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count. And Bret off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
and now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, what impact! And an elbow. Connects. Saw it coming. Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize? Rolled into a crucifix.
How much more abuse can they take? Sean and Brett are each looking to take that. Hitman now taking his opponent down. Grapevine locked in. Sharpshooter applied.
Brett's got the sharpshooter locked in. Is Hart gonna tap it with the sharpshooter? Wait a minute! What a counter! Sudden cutoff from Brett. Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate.
Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
Pile driver. This is Hitman wanting to punish Michaels from pillar to post.
Sean.
Uh-oh. Pot right in the stomach creates the separation. Hooked up. Oh, shit breaker. Here we go for the championship. And the pin is broken by the champion.
Not going down without a fight.
Oh, HB Shizzle, not above some mind games, it appears. The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes. Sharpshooter applied. Will this do it?
That's hooked in deep. Is he going to tap here?
I don't know how long he can hold on. This looks absolute.
Gotta find a way out of the sharpshooter. And does just that.
Boom! And he finds a way to elude that attack.
All eyes focused on this absolute war. It doesn't get more masterful than this.
And he gets the better of HBK. Reigns down an elbow retaliation.
Taking him to the corner now.
Textbook scoop slam. Take off. Misses big time.
Brett the Hitman Hart trying to fire himself up.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. Driven into the steel steps.
Taken down with a crucifix.
Hitman has him in his grasp.
A DDT drives that head into the ground.
Brett retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Brett is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? And you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not put chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight.
Yeah, you were there first, but Soldier Boy never streamed consistently because it just didn't lend itself to. So, like, YouTube was way better of a platform for Soldier Boy because he could do his vlogs. I still remember that one clip of that vlog with him and A-Rap where he has the remote-controlled, ice-out Lamborghini that he was playing around with in the hotel room when he had the real Lamborghini to match. Like, this guy was just, it was a kid's dream. Like, you would dream of having that same experience as a kid that Soldier Boy was having. He was having with his best friend at the time. So touching all of these platforms early and spending a month or two on them, it was just the same. Like, yeah, they didn't learn from me because nobody watched me to become a streamer. Because Soldier Boy's streaming was largely before the most recent run. I guess he's been streaming actively now, and I haven't watched him to be able to judge them. They suck. You guys couldn't even get the audio right, you couldn't get the video right, you couldn't even get chat interaction, and he was just in his own world. You know, trying to be better off on TikTok, to be honest. Like, him cracking on TikTok, IPI, he could have been doing that stuff on Twitch back in the day. This was largely gaming back in the day. He wasn't so weak on the game. Like, the Chief Keef would have been better. And he had more of a presence. Glow Game, like, Glow Game, there was all of these guys like, oh, these different plans in Junior War, they were on Twitch. So, when he had, like, Glow Game, he would have been with these guys, and they would be loving Glow Game. And I would say he did more for the whole streaming industry, Chief Keef and Glow Game, than Soldier Boy ever did. But that's more not under the table, but under the radar thing. Because Chief Keef himself didn't do all the streaming. I think he's just more of a religious guy that speaks to himself. But unfortunately, when you have to keep his hell and watch streaming videos from home, he is losing all of his hype to launch his own subathon that I think Soldier Boy commentating live on streaming university and hating on it and hating on DDG, that's the best thing you can do. Come on, Soldier Boy, like, just join the hater squad with the rest of us. I mean, I try to be a fair hater, but Soldier Boy, you don't want to be fair, man. We're on DDG, you call all these, don't you guys have these people on instead of me, and you will be up. You even offer, so you can't be there to serve passive aspects, you do it for free. You give it together, and you offer passive aspects back? Come on. But, hey, listen, Soldier Boy knows that. He's been in the game longer than, been here most of us have been alive. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit notification bell for the rules, and I will see y'all in the next one.
No problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
It's time for Operation Match. We're going to see a lot of now they expect us to walk these programs for $3 for 2 tickets. But we're going to take them by surprise and sign up with Angel for $15 and get 2 free tickets to Young Washington.
With 2 tickets to every Angel movie